I spend a lot of time digging through forums, repair shops, and real owner experiences to bring you the most common issues with the Nissan Altima from 2013 to 2020. Straightforward and without sugarcoating. If you're thinking about buying one or already own it, this info could save you a major headache. One of the most frequently reported problems with these Altimas is the CVT transmission. This type of transmission, which is supposed to offer smoother and more efficient driving, has taken heavy criticism from hundreds of users on forums like Reddit and Copilot Search. Many report jerking, sudden loss of power, and even complete transmission failure before reaching 100,000 miles. A user on Edmunds said, "My 2015 Altima started jerking on cold starts and then completely lost power on the highway. It was terrifying." So, what's the cause? Several mechanics say the Nissan CVT tends to generate more heat than it can handle, which breaks down the transmission fluid and wears out components prematurely. Nissan received so many complaints that they issued technical service bulletins in some years and even extended the CVT warranty for certain models. But that didn't cover everyone. If you already feel symptoms, the common fix is replacing the whole transmission, which isn't cheap. A mechanic at a shop in Texas said, "I've replaced over 20 Altima CVT transmissions just this year. It's not a matter of if it'll fail, just when." Another major issue that's caused a lot of concern is with the electric power steering (EPS) system. Some drivers have experienced a sudden loss of steering assist, making the wheel hard to turn and even dangerous at times. On Nissan forums and the NHTSA site, people report that out of nowhere, the steering gets stiff as a rock, especially during cold starts or after long drives. Several techs point out that the issue could come from a failing control unit or wear in the electric motor that provides steering assist. Interestingly, in some cases, turning the car off and back on temporarily resets the system, but that's clearly not a real fix. So far, there hasn't been a widespread recall from Nissan on this, but they have issued a few technical bulletins. Fixing it might involve reprogramming the ECU or replacing the entire steering column, which is far from cheap. As one Reddit user put it, "It seems like a software issue, but the dealership wanted to replace the whole thing for over $1,500. A third common problem is excessive oil consumption in the 2.5-liter engines. Many owners notice that without any visible leaks or smoke, their oil levels drop significantly between oil changes. I check the dipstick every 2 weeks because I already ran it dry once and the engine started making awful noises," said a user on the Nissan Club forum. This unusual oil usage often begins after about 60,000 miles and is linked to premature piston ring wear or faulty valve seals. Some mechanics also suggest that the oil change intervals recommended by the manufacturer are too long for this engine. Nissan has been pretty quiet about it, although there are bulletins recommending short-term monitoring of oil use to determine if a warranty repair is needed. Fixes range from switching to a higher viscosity oil to a partial engine rebuild, depending on the damage. And of course, regularly checking your oil level becomes a must. These are just 3 of the most common issues with the Altima from those years. While it's a comfortable and modern car, it's important to keep these things in mind if you want it running strong for the long haul. As always, having a good mechanic take a look ahead of time can make all the difference before any of these problems sneak up on you.